Welcome back to more Divinity Original Sin. I'm -0. Thank you for watching. I hope you're doing all right. We're still here in Cyseal. We've got a couple of buildings here in the center of town. We have to go visit Esmeralda here. This, I think, is... Oh, that's the bathroom we just came out of with the very difficult argument, the rock, paper, scissors argument with the lady in the bathtub. Well, let's go in here. What is this place? Oh, the town hall. Yeah, we need to see the mayor, I think. I think this is him. We'll talk to Maxine in a second.
Oh, it's you. Come closer then. Closer, huh? My ears aren't what they used to be. Nor my eyes, for that matter. Yes, hello, Source Hunter. Our city welcomes you.
Well, tell me about yourself.
My elf? What elf? Oh, myself. I am Cecil, Mayor of Cyseal, and husband of the stately Cecilia. I've been the mayor here for decades, and I'm quite eager to see Cyseal through these difficult times. Yes, very difficult times indeed.
Was Cecilia the lady in the bathtub? Might have been. Tell me about the issues.
What? Oh, you mean Cyseal? Very difficult times indeed. As though the death of Jake, and by source magic no less, weren't enough. We're also facing all sorts of brutish intruders. The undead have overrun all but one northern trade route, while the orcs are making a habit of savaging our beaches. That's not to mention that at the top of this whole caboodle, there's rumors of some new religious sect or cult or some such sticking its tendrils into the innocent, seven-fearing folks of Cyseal. And, while we're on the subject of troubles, I myself have a private matter I'd like to bring to your attention. It involves a magic relic I rather foolishly sought. A weapon called the Staff of Pergamon.
Oh, what's this about this staff?
What of what now? Oh, you're speaking gibberish. Ah, you mean the Staff of Pergamon. Yes. I was expecting a shipment of weapons, and among the cargo was this very powerful, very rare staff. I managed to place the order through means somewhat, atypical to a government official. Cecil proved an old fool, though, for the merchant slated to deliver it to me has just informed me that the damn thing has gone missing. I fear it may have fallen into the wrong hands, and I wonder if you could retrieve it for me.
Tell me about the merchant.
His name is Conrad, captain of the Tide Splitter, a merchant ship still docked at the Cyseal harbor. You can talk to him if you think it'd help, but I'd quite like to avoid getting the Legion involved, if you don't mind.
We spoke to Conrad down at the docks when we were trying to get the three shipless sailors a job. So we can go talk to him again. What do you know about the staff itself?
The staff itself contains a shard of an ore, highly valued for its use in the weapons of war. I know use of the material to be forbidden, but I was desperate to do something to aid the townsfolk against the undead.
Oh, speaking of the undead, tell me more.
What? The undead? Yes, for the past 2 years those blasted skeletons have all but suffocated this city. With all but one trade route overrun, Cyseal's once torrential commerce has slowed to a pathetic trickle.
Okay, back to Jake's murder.
Jake? Murdered? Oh, yes, now I recall. Indeed, I could hardly believe it myself. The Council and I have certainly had our differences over the years, but old squabbles evaporate under such circumstances. Most of the townsfolk are certain Jake's wife Esmeralda is responsible. In fact, the Legion have taken her into protective custody to keep her safe from the mob. As you can imagine, I've known Esmeralda for years. That business between her and the Duke of Pharaoh was always a bit, suggestive. But I've never had cause to suspect her of violence. Still, one never knows for sure.
Tell us about this Duke of Pharaoh.
An all-right bloke, apart from all this Esmeralda nonsense. The whole town knows the only goal of his business trips to Cyseal is to spend a night or two at the King Crab Inn with Mrs. Counselor.
I see. Can you tell me more about Rivellon's sects?
Well, I I do believe that's something your parents ought to have discussed with you long ago, Source Hunter. But I suppose if you really don't know, I'd be remiss if I didn't at least explain the basics. You see, when a lady and a fellow find each other rather nice, well, rather more than nice, they occasionally, Oh, this is nonsense. I'm the mayor for the 7th sake. I can't be bothered to chat all day about the birds and the bees when Cyseal's under siege by orcs, undead, and cultists.
Well then, can you tell me more about your library?
That depends. What kind of berries are you interested in, exactly? The library. Yes, you must have a visit. It's the gem of Cyseal. Would you like to have a look? I'll escort you upstairs myself.
Indeed, let's do that.
Follow me then.
Now there's a ton of books up there.
What?
I wonder if there's any skill books.
Yes. This library is the jewel in Cyseal's crown, the beacon of culture and learning in our fair city. My Victoria has every volume you could possibly imagine, and she's got every speck of information about this place packed into her brilliant brain. Yes, Victoria's come a long way from that little bundle of claws and teeth I adopted so long ago. It brings a tear to my eye just seeing her here among her beloved books. What? Oh, yes. I'll be on my way back downstairs now. Please introduce yourself. I know Victoria will be happy to make your acquaintance.
All right, here we are. And here's the guy we definitely wanted to meet. We'll meet Victoria in a second. She's right there. Let's chat with this fella.
Omnes autem mali daemonis quam. What? What is this? Who are you to interrupt my musings? By Naga the Protector, they have the manners of boors, these boatmen of Cyseal. Oh, but perhaps I spoke too soon. Perhaps I was mistaken, for you hardly resemble the local fisherfolk, which, incidentally, is a compliment of copious dimensions indeed. No, a source hunter, that is what you are. Yes, a stalker of sorcery, a chaser of charms pernicious. In truth, I cannot go so far as to say it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, for I take no pleasure in the company of man. But it may just be to our mutual advantage to join forces nonetheless.
And why would you want to join forces?
Why, simply because you hunt source, and I, Jehan, hunt demons. You are aware, of course, that quite often both of these pests frequent the same shadowy pools of infamy. Now, I hate what I hunt, but I respect its cunning. Should I not, I'd have been decimated body and soul long since. This is a sentiment I'm quite certain you must recognize. Let there be strength in cunning, yes, but also in numbers. The calculus of wizardry I offer you, the might of the magician's mastermind. On one condition, that on our joint travels we will never deal with demonic entities, no matter how tempting their propositions. Give me your word on this, and I'll weave you spells.
Sure, we don't need to make any deals with demons, and I really want Jahan in our party. Of course, he's going to be the water guy, Dumbledore will be the air guy, and then, of course, Gandalf is the fire guy. We'll try to pick up somebody else, maybe in the Hall of Heroes for a fourth. There is another guy in town here, but he's not really a magic guy.
Very well. There will be no deals with demons. Agreed. Nothing good ever came from bargaining with those devils anyway.
Most gratifying. I see you are firm of purpose, and thereby ready to descend. Descend into the madness that is sorcery, into the depths where demons dance. Gladly shall I follow you into the abyss. Onward, blood and triumph await.
Blood and triumph. All right, let's talk to this lady right here.
In the name of Amun-Hor, I bid thee Tujda Geta Hal, be welcome, human. My library is yours, as I hope your friendship is mine.
Who are you, madam?
I am Victoria, daughter of Mayor Cecil. Oh, I know what you're thinking. The likeness isn't exactly striking, is it? When I was very young, you see, I must have been cast out by my tribe, for I was found in a wicker basket floating past Cyseal toward the sea. The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot, for I am an orc after all. But praise be Amun-Hor, dear Cecil was among the gathered crowd, and he took pity on the exiled infant that chance had put in his way. He raised me like I was his own, this kindest of souls, taught me the language of men, their customs and their letters. Thus, I became the city's librarian, a position I uphold with no small diligence and pride.
And may I take books from the library?
Indeed you may. The wisdom I here hoard is yours to peruse and even take with you. All I can ask is that you return the books you borrow so that others may enjoy them too.
Let's see what she has for sale. Healing potion. Scrolls for crafting. Alright, so nothing much there. Let's take our leave and take a look at her. Look at her. She's pretty something. Yeah. Well-designed orc ladies. This chair. So if we look in the bookshelves, blank scroll. Rat extermination. No, we're not stealing anything. We don't want to make her mad. What is this? Field guide? Okay, we'll take a look at that in a second. Oh, the bookshelves are mostly empty. Wait, what is this? Fun with fluids. Wow. Maybe Jahan will be interested in that. And then, wait, what is that book? More fun with fluids. Let's take a look at that real quick.
Kaj Denor. A brief history of sorcery still
This
hasn't
one,
been
volume
returned.
2. Let's read it.
Peleron will have to pay yet another fine.
Okay, something about mushrooms. Oh, okay. It tells you most Rivellonian mushrooms have some sort of effect on the human body, and their essence can be squeezed into potions to enhance their effect. Combining mushroom-based potions has similar effect. Oh. Okay. Let's pick up this one then. No. This. Nope, this. And we did fun with fluids. Let's look at fun. Volume 4. Drunane's qualities are well documented. For an adventurer, it isn't wise to consume in the thick of battle. And then poison resistance. Oh, this is good stuff. An old kitchen knife can be carved into a deadly dagger after the right amount of time on my anvil. So, okay, so the books we read... Excuse me, madam. He who smelt it. Oh, I thought she was going to fight us. No, this. And... I think... Okay, property... Sword stuff. Got it. Roll of books. Nothing. How about if we put these books... Oh, can we put them back? Oh, we can't. What about this one? Cracking Up a Crowd, the definitive guide.
Now this is valuable.
Is it? Much like making love, comedy requires equal parts passion and delivery. Alright, compiled within this volume is the funniest... Oh. So it's a joke book. Oh, there's a lot to read there. But we got something out of it. Let's look at the log. Oh, okay. Let's limit that down. Cecil's mighty staff, of course, we're looking for. We need to speak to the guy on the ship. And then Headless Nick. We found a book listing some tried and true jokes. Maybe we can put it to use? Huh. Okay, so we got Jahan. We should probably take a look at him. I don't know if he'll need to be leveled up. No, he's fine. He's pretty smart. He's level 3. I think we're only level 2. Yeah, so he's a little bit ahead of us right now. Yeah, very smart. I was thinking during our conversations, since we, with Cecilia in the bathtub last time, we went with Charm. And we do have a little bit of charisma on Dumbledore, but he's also very smart. So maybe reason is the best way to go with our conversations. And maybe we'll get more points. We're going to have to try that. Let's look at his skills. Okay, he's good at both. Again, I think I'll probably go with Hydro Fist on him. Can we see... Oh, Scientist. What is this? And Elemental Affinity and so on. Right. I wanted to look at his... Hold on. I wanted to look at his spells. I don't think I want any of this random stuff. Oh, can I put that? Is that item? No. Skill? Special? Yes. Staff of the Tempest. And then what are his normal spells? Rain. We're gonna need that. Regeneration. I don't know how useful any of these... Yeah, like helping up? What? And what is this? Teleportation? We've got that on Dumbledore. What else does he have? Bitter Cold. Again, useful. Shocking Touch. So, Bitter Cold is amazing. And then... maybe... Shocking Touch. Blitzbolt seems rather expensive. And then maybe Potion? Yeah. And this Resurrect Scroll. He's set up, ready to go. Let's get moving. Now I think it's time to go to the crime scene.
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. You are the Source Hunter, are you not? The hero the whole of Cyseal is abuzz about. The talk of the town. The juiciest grape on the grapevine. Such a pleasure to meet you. A delight. No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention of fate. Yes, that's it. Fate has put me on this very spot so I may tell you all about a most intriguing opportunity indeed.
And you are?
Mendius, at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be, and that is a man of medicine. But what does a man of medicine do but mend what has first been broken? I saved lives, to be sure, but today I change them.
How about that opportunity you mentioned?
Oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become better. To become the full extent of the promise that is locked inside of each and every one of us. So first of all, let me ask you this question. Do you like adventure?
Of course I do. How could someone in my profession not?
Of course I do. How could someone in my profession not? Quite right. Adventure is what we live for.
See here, you and I share the same passion. I never doubted it for a moment. The thrill of walking the unbeaten path, the rush of finding yourself in a goblin ambush, knowing you'll prevail nonetheless. Too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right? the wage of a mere soldier. Now, between you and me, tell me truthfully, don't you sometimes wish you could earn more?
Well, I can't say that I haven't.
Well, I can't say that I haven't. And I can't say that I have. I'm content with what I have.
Well, don't quarrel about it on my account. Still, if a matter is divisive, it is divisive mainly because it is alluring. And riches are so very alluring. Even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice? To be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes. Am I right? All those orders. Investigate this, retrieve that, and at the end of the day, what do you have to show for it? Wouldn't you prefer to call your own shots? Be your own boss?
Oh, I like where you're coming from.
It's better to lead than to follow. That much is true. Better to be served than to serve. I concur.
Well spoken. Well said indeed. Life's too short to spend it doing someone else's bidding, am I right? Of course I am. And I could help you attain the dream. Enact the change you deserve. And that is exactly why I am here. Why fate has put me right by the door to the King Crab, so that I could meet you and tell you about the marvel that is the Fabulous Five. The invitation to join is yours. Grab it.
Tell me more.
Ah, the Fabulous Five. How I enjoy simply saying the words that describe the most illustrious and celebrated adventurers' guild in Riverlon. Our mission, to better the world. Our mantra, to better ourselves as we do so. To realize our dreams and cleanse our souls. You'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course you would. And you can. Of course, if you still have questions, I shall answer them to the best of my abilities. But if not, how about we get started?
So what is it that members of the Fabulous Five actually do?
What a gem of a question. Straight as an arrow, sharp as a switchblade. Most meritorious of you. Now then, to join the Fabulous Five is to join a fellowship, to join a fraternity, a sorority, a community. The title of Knight is bestowed upon you the moment you sign our waiver, and so it all begins. I shall be the one to give you your first contracts, and once the job is done, I shall see to it you get your fair share of the reward. Of course, should you spread the word, should you propagate the gospel of the Fabulous Five and thereby draw new knights into our fellowship, you will get a share of the reward from their contracts too. Isn't that wonderful?
A good pyramid scheme is always wonderful.
By now, the genial glow of the fellowship must have warmed your heart. It has, hasn't it? But did I say fellowship? I mean family. For like a family, we support one another, cheer one another, see each other through thick and thin, partake in glory and defeat. Work hard, fulfill contracts, enlist new knights, and swiftly shall you rise through the ranks. You will better yourself. You will better Riverlon. You will make the stars shine all the brighter, and you'll get fabulously wealthy in the process. What's not to like?
I'm in. I'm in.
Of course, of course, of course. All you need to do is sign this waiver, and just like that, snap! You're part of the family. All I need is your lovely little autograph. What do you say?
Join a guild, better the world, earn a lot of gold? Count me in.
Join a guild, better the world, earn a lot of gold? Yes, count me in.
Gandalf's a little wiser.
You'd fall for this foolish scheme? Gods, you're gullible.
Let's use reason. Let's try this, using reason.
We must think of our own futures. The Order of Source Hunters will not provide for us forever. Are you telling me this is not the most double-faced guy you ever met?
We may not be able to join. Ah, we lost. Ah, come on, man. Paper again. We lost. We lost. We don't get to
Very
join.
well, have it your...
Oh, how frightfully disappointing. That...
I shouldn't have argued with myself. So we declined. Can I change my mind? No, I didn't mean to close the door.
Oh, you return, and men they call it.
So I wonder if we get to do... Oh, wait, hold on. That cat just reminded me. There's something else. I wonder if this affects whether we get a specific quest later on. Because I think you're supposed to do something for them that has to do with our who.
One who flaunts the highways and byways of silly old Cyseal with the easy elegance of a puss with her tail in the air. I do declare such a sight is rather rare around here. But where are my manners? I am Maxine, and you must be one of those hunters one hears so much about. Charmed, I'm sure.
Tell me a bit more about yourself.
I'm the mayor's cat, don't you know? Born and raised on velvets and viands of most exquisite varieties. Maxine rhymes with queen, after all, and dearest. That is hardly a coincidence. But of course, darling, be my guest.
Tell me about Cyseal.
Oh, this quaint little town is a tad too parochial for one of my more urbane tastes. But one has to make do, hasn't one? The fresh sea air does go to great lengths to invigorate one's spirit, that much I'll admit. And it is rather jolly to watch the ships sail in laden with all kinds of exotic wares, full of the little treats the mayor likes to spoil me with. Darling man, he dotes on me so.
Now, I don't know if a cat would care about the undead, but let's ask.
Heavens forbid. No, fear is rather too strong a term there, hunter dearest. The predator's instinct is a trait we share, you and I. And though those rancid ramblers may not be quite as easy to put to the claw as mice are, I assure you, they are just as easily outwitted.
Cats. Such beauty, such grace they have. Magnificence incarnate.
And then I think if we talk to this fella...
Never saw you in the king crab before. You're welcome to scratch me behind the ears if you like. I won't scratch back.
Who are you?
I am Unsinkable Sam. At least that's what they call me around here. Used to be a ship's cat, but the clipper I was on sank, and I was the only one to wrestle himself free from the waves. The people here were kind and took me in, being the king crab's foremost patron ever since.
Oh, tell me about the ship you were on.
A magnificent ship she was. Used to belong to a pirate, I was told. Unlike me, she didn't prove to be unsinkable, though. We hit the cliffs right neath the lighthouse. Not very apt a name for that building, I must say, for no light was shining from it.
Now, we are going to go to the lighthouse. Maybe we'll find the ship.
The moment I hit the water, I writhed around like I would on a hot tin roof. By some miracle, I managed to reach the beach, covered in kelp and smelling worse than a fish's funeral parlor. But I was alive, and that was more than anybody else could say.
So, you were the only survivor.
So I was. What friends I had. They drowned alongside the rats I used to hunt in the galley. And there I was, all alone. Not that I have it bad here, mind you. I've milk and fish aplenty. Most folks will pet me kindly, and when one of the village girls holds me tight against her ample bosom, I purr up a storm. But I do long for a companion of my own kind, and in that regard, there is no one like Maxine.
Maxine next door.
Maxine, the mayor's darling pet. So gentle, so fair a feline. The grace of her whiskers, the subtle palette of dyes in her sable coat. She's one of a kind, that cat. She likes me. I know she does. But when I declare my love, she backs away. I don't know why. I have serenaded her and braved many a bucket of water for my efforts. But for some reason, she is not to be swayed. By all means.
I'm not gonna ask him about that. So we want to get these guys together, I think. Right, so we should probably go talk to her again, but let's talk to the Duke. Esmeralda's supposed paramour.
Ah, hello. I suppose you're here to viciously interrogate me for information I don't have, like our noble Captain Aureus before you.
Tell me about yourself.
I am the Duke of Pharaoh, though I suppose my name is in the mouths of enough ruthless gossipers that you've heard of me by now.
Yeah, I have heard quite the story involving you and Esmeralda.
Yes, she and I have a history. That's hardly a secret anymore. I quite doubt it was even a secret from Jake while he lived. As easy as it would be to pin suspicions on Esmeralda or I assure you that the affair was never so steamy and sordid as the busybodies around town make it out to be. Jake and Esmeralda had no great affection for each other. He had his interests, she had hers, and there was little passion left between them. Certainly not enough to fuel a murder.
And what do you know about the murder?
It's very tragic news. I won't posture and say that the Counselor and I were anything near allies, but I truly never wished the man harm.
Alright, and this is Medora, I think. Yeah, we're not going to take her. We're not taking any ladies on to our manly road trip. What about over here? I think this might be the Fabulous Five.
What have we here? A source hunter, is it? Well, my day just became rather more stimulating. Oh, stand still then, if you don't mind. I want to take a good long look at the so-called savior of Cyseal. Tall as an elf, strong as an orc, but your face, quite classical, isn't it? Statuesque, some might say. Yes, smooth and sturdy as marble, yet fine as a chisel's edge.
Oh.
And my word, what passion burns from your eyes. Please forgive my being forward, but I dare say, can it be? You're exactly the person I've been searching for.
Oh, you've been searching for someone?
That I have. For nearly a lifetime, it seems. Well, I'm sure you must know what I mean. Like existence itself lacked a significant component. Like if you could only fill a certain void, could connect with the right body, the right spirit. Together you could uncover new and thrilling vistas. I believe I have found that component, that body, that spirit within you, Source Hunter. Come, if ever we are to be united, we must truly entwine our fates. We must link our causes forevermore. Yes, you must join the Fabulous Five right away, as soon as time permits. Together, as a team, we'll explore the boundless realm before us. We'll uncover fate, inch by inch.
Oh, do I get another chance to join?
Already refused to join? But, darling, didn't you... how can we... refused? Oh, a plague on both our houses. For now we may never link our destinies. Away from me now, O perfect specimen. Torment me no further. But if you happen to meet more able-bodied, agile-minded adventurers, don't hesitate to send them my way. A woman can only mourn for so long. My only one.
Yeah, that's done. And so I think that guy too. Maybe this guy as well. But anyway, here is the scene of the crime. No, over here is the scene of the crime.
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your investigation, but I can't open this door for anyone who hasn't received Captain Aureus' explicit approval.
I've spoken to Aureus. Let me inside, please.
Not exactly the friendliest bloke, the Captain, is he? Well, your reward for getting your ear chewed off is a waltz through the town's finest magical murder scene. Enjoy.
Indeed. Alright, we unlocked a new room at the homestead, and I believe this is the stone, and I think it will teleport us right there. So first, let's look in the chest. It's locked. Dumbledore. Sorry, Gandalf, help us out. Oh, we're standing in blood. Letter from the Duke of Pharaoh. Pick it up.
It's official. The Duke of Pharaoh is the worst poet in Rivellon. In his defense, not much rhymes with murder.
Hold on. Let's take a look at this. The counselor's wife. At the scene of the crime, we found a love letter from the Duke of Pharaoh to Esmeralda. They must have had quite the romance, but was it enough to instigate the murder of Counselor Jake? Let's see this letter. It's Gandalf that has it. Dearest Esme, your lips are red like emeralds, your hair is black as birch, your love is like cholesterol, and oh, my heart, it hurts. I want to hold you in my arms and stroke your little head, and all this would be easier if Counselor Jake were dead. Oh.
And so we meet yet another adulterous harpy. No doubt she's guilty as sin.
What else? Is there anything else cool in here? Let's grab the door to the crime scene.